ahead to the next module. In this module, we are going to learn about the important definitions. Now students, remember, these important definitions can be asked in exam for 2 marks. So it is a very important module which will help you to understand few concepts in electrons and photons. The very first definition that we have is of the photoelectric effect, which we have already done. How is this definition there? It is the process of emission of electrons from the surface of the metal or the metal surface. You can see when a light of suitable energy above a certain value falls on the metal surface, and this whole effect is called as photoelectric effect. After this definition, which we already had studied, we come ahead to the next definition, that is called as the threshold frequency. You can see threshold frequency is denoted by nu naught. In the previous module, we studied that the frequency should be greater than one particular value of frequency nu naught. But now in this module, I am telling you that nu naught is called as threshold frequency. So, how do I define threshold frequency? It is that minimum value of frequency of incident light for which photoelectric emission starts taking place. So that minimum value of frequency which is required for photo emission to take place is called as threshold frequency. On the similar lines, we also know that what is threshold wavelength. In the previous module, we studied that the wavelength must be less than one particular value of wavelength. So can I say frequency is minimum value, wavelength must be maximum value. So it is the maximum value of wavelength of the incident light required for photo emission to take place, and that particular value will be called as the threshold wavelength. So students, you need to remember nu should be greater than nu naught and lambda should be less than lambda naught. What next definition do we have? We have one important definition called as photoelectric current. The current that flows in an external circuit due to the flow of photoelectrons. Now students, remember, if photoelectrons, that means electrons, start flowing in a circuit, can I say due to flow of electrons there will be generation of electric current? And what is photoelectric current? The current that flows in an external circuit due to the flow of photoelectrons in that circuit is called as photoelectric current. Moving ahead to the next definition, that is work function, which we have already done. It is that minimum amount of energy which is required that must be incident on a photosensitive material so as to liberate a photoelectron from its surface. That means it is that minimum amount of energy of a photon which is required to remove the electron out of the surface, and that minimum amount of energy is called as work function or photoelectric work function. You can see it is denoted by W naught. And students, what if I ask you the SI unit? Can I say the SI unit will be joule? You know why? Because it is work function, it is energy, and energy will always be given in joules. We move ahead to the next definition. It is photoelectrons. The electrons which are emitted from the surface of a metal when a light of suitable energy above a certain value falls on the surface is called as photoelectrons. Means these are those electrons which are emitted from the metal surface when a light of suitable energy above a certain value is falling on that surface, and those electrons are called as photoelectrons. We move ahead to the last definition. What is photosensitive material? Any material which emits electrons when light energy is incident upon it. This kind of material will be called as photosensitive material. And students, we have already studied that photosensitive materials are alkali metals, that is sodium, cesium and potassium and so on. So you know what are the examples. So in this module, we studied different definitions of electrons and photons. Thank you.
nấu आगे ले नहीं नहीं गंदी बात रोना हूँ मैं